Welcome to Tales by Tyrell, where stories come to life with powerful lessons and timeless wisdom. Today we bring you one of William Shakespeare's most enchanting plays, The Tempest. Join us as we embark on this magical journey to an isolated island where a storm is brewing, not just in the skies but in the hearts of men. A great storm raged across the sea, waves crashing violently against a lone ship, tossing it like a toy in the hands of an angry giant. The passengers aboard, noblemen from the kingdom of Naples, clung to whatever they could as the tempest threatened to consume them. But this storm was no ordinary force of nature. It was summoned by a powerful magician, Prospero, who watched from the shore of a distant island. Once Prospero had been the Duke of Milan, a learned man who loved books more than politics. His own brother Antonio had betrayed him, seizing the dukedom with the help of the King of Naples, Alonso. Cast out to sea with his infant daughter Miranda, Prospero had found refuge on this enchanted island. With the aid of his magic books, he had learned to command the spirits of the island, including the mischievous but loyal Ariel, and had bound the monstrous Caliban, the island's original inhabitant, to his service. Miranda, now a young woman, had grown up knowing only the island and her father's love. When she saw the storm and the wrecked ship, her heart filled with sorrow for the poor souls at sea. Prospero, reassuring her, revealed that no real harm had come to the passengers. He had used his magic to scatter them safely across the island. His purpose was not revenge, but justice, and perhaps reconciliation. Meanwhile, on the shores of the island, the shipwrecked nobles wandered in confusion. Alonso, grieving for his son Ferdinand, whom he believed drowned, walked with his treacherous brother Sebastian and Prospero's betrayer, Antonio. Unbeknownst to them, Prospero's servant spirit, Ariel, watched closely, ensuring that fate unfolded according to his master's wishes. As the weary travelers searched for shelter, Ariel whispered illusions into their minds, leading them deeper into the enchanted island. Soon exhaustion overtook them, and as they rested, Ariel placed a spell upon them, making them sleep. Antonio, ever the schemer, saw an opportunity in Alonso's sorrow. He whispered in Sebastian's ear, tempting him to seize the throne of Naples by murdering his own brother. Sebastian hesitated but was intrigued by the idea. Just as they prepared to strike, Ariel intervened, waking the sleeping king and his men. The attempt failed, but Antonio and Sebastian kept their dark ambitions hidden, waiting for another chance. Ferdinand, alive and unharmed, found himself drawn toward a vision of beauty, Miranda. To her, he was the first man she had ever seen apart from her father. Their meeting was instant magic, love blooming in the midst of the storm's aftermath. Prospero, though pleased, pretended to oppose their union, setting trials for Ferdinand to test his sincerity. The young prince endured the hardships willingly, proving his devotion to Miranda. He carried heavy logs as a test of his strength and patience, and Miranda, filled with compassion, secretly helped him. Over time, their bond deepened. Prospero, seeing the sincerity of their love, finally accepted their union. In a magical celebration, Ariel summoned spirits to perform an enchanting mask, blessing their love and promising them future happiness. Elsewhere, on another part of the island, the drunken butler Stefano and the jester Trinquillo encountered Caliban, the deformed son of the witch Sycorax. Caliban, who resented Prospero's rule, saw an opportunity in these new arrivals. He pledged his loyalty to Stefano, believing him to be a god, and urged him to overthrow Prospero. Together, the three concocted a foolish plan to seize control of the island. Drunk on wine from the ship, they stumbled toward Prospero's dwelling, plotting destruction. But Ariel, ever watchful, lured them astray with enchanting music. As they followed the sound, they fell into a swamp, covered in mud and humiliated. Their rebellion ended in failure before it could begin. At last, Prospero revealed himself to his enemies. With a heart full of wisdom rather than wrath, he chose to forgive rather than seek vengeance. He exposed Antonio's betrayal, rebuked Alonso for his part in the treachery, and revealed that Ferdinand was alive and in love with Miranda. The sight of the young lovers softened Alonso's heart, and he repented his wrongs. Even Antonio and Sebastian, though silent in their guilt, were spared punishment. Prospero then turned to Caliban, recognizing that his harsh rule had bred resentment. Instead of punishing him, He granted him freedom, acknowledging his own mistakes. Finally, in his ultimate act of wisdom, Prospero renounced his magic. He broke his staff and drowned his book of spells, choosing to return to the world of men, where true power lay not in magic, but in understanding, compassion, and forgiveness. As the ship was miraculously restored, the nobles prepared to leave the island, taking Prospero and Miranda back to Milan, where justice and peace would be restored. Prospero, now a man who had seen the limits of power and the strength of mercy, turned to the audience, asking only for their prayers and understanding, for in forgiveness, true freedom is found. And so, the tale of the Tempest comes to an end, a story that reminds us that revenge may seem sweet, but true power lies in forgiveness and wisdom. Prospero's journey teaches us that letting go of past wrongs and embracing love and understanding is the path to true peace. Thank you for joining us on Tales by Tyrell. If you enjoyed this storytelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating tales. See you in the next story.